For Wheeling University Athletics, I'm Zach Ziegler. Hello, everyone, and welcome to another edition of the Patrick Stanton Show. Currently joined by Wheeling University head track and field coach Patrick Stanton. And Patrick, this is the weekend you've all been waiting for, getting ready for the MEC Track and Field Outdoor Championships. Talk about your team's vibe going into this weekend and how they're preparing.
Yeah, like you said, this is what we've been working for. So they're excited. They're pumped up. We had a really good weekend last weekend. We were kind of split up. Most of the team was at Otterbein for the Twilight Classic, and then we had a few select people compete at Jesse Owens. We got really good weather for the first time all season long. We had good weather all weekend, so we really took advantage of it. Saw some really good PRs, a lot of top 10 all-time performances, school record, and a couple of performances that put our guys, in the top 10 in the country right now. So we're really excited heading into the championship. Like you said, this is what we kind of gear our season around, is what most of the people are trying to peak for. So we're really excited, and I think we're going to do some damage.
And we'll start with that Jesse Owens Classic. You mentioned the school record by Jabez Reeves in the 100-meter dash. You also had a great day from Andrew Taylor in the high jump, getting to the top 10 all-time in that category. Talk about those two and what they brought to the table.
Yeah, it was really a huge day for those two. Jabez breaks the school record in the prelims, comes to the finals, would be a school record again, but it was wind dated, so it doesn't count for records. But luckily it was still within the margins that it counts for national standings. So right now I believe he's sitting tied for 10th in the country. Should be a good spot for him for nationals, although we're going to keep trying to keep lowering that mark and just seal the deal for it. Drew right now, he's tied for 5th in the country, so he's looking really strong. I mean, he just looked great that entire competition. He was clearing everything on the first try, and did not miss a mark until we got up to that 2.16, which is eventually where he got out. But he looked awesome all day. He's just really clicking at the right time.
And then on the women's side of that invitational, you had Caroline Fodor in the 800-meter, a big day for her. And then Kiala McCurry once again in the pole vault, big day for her as well, finishing at 3.58 meters. Talk about those two kind of leaders for this women's team this year and what they bring to the table.
Yeah, for sure. They're huge leaders on the women's team. Not a great day for them at Jesse Owens. It wasn't exactly what they were looking for. Kiala certainly wasn't a bad day. It was just a little bit windy. And the way the progressions worked out, it was like, okay, she just jumped pretty close to her PR. So it was a good day. And then the progression took her up to way above her PR. So it was kind of just a big ask for her at that moment. But still had some really good jumps at 3.75. So she's looking to make a big PR at conference. I think that she's got it in her to do it. Caroline, she's looking good. She's looking to make a really strong double at conference. We've got her declared for the 1500 and the 800 as well as the 4x4. So it's the first time she's done that 15-800 double at the conference championship. But the way she and I have been talking, we know her best 1500 races are ahead of her. It's a pretty new event for her still. She's cut a lot of time throughout the season. I know in a championship environment, she gets into a race, and if it turns into a kicker's race, she's got as good of a shot as anybody. She's got a really strong kick. So we're confident she's going to have enough to come back in the 800 as well and do some damage.
And for you, a big week as a program. You had both the MEC Weekly Awards, Jabez Reeves getting named the Men's Athlete of the Week, Janae Samaro getting named the Women's Athlete of the Week. Talk about what that means for you guys to be able to rack up more weekly awards as a program.
Yeah, it's definitely exciting. I think it's fun for everybody when we can take home those weekly awards. Obviously, we were excited before those awards came out. We knew it was a big weekend. I think that those awards could have gone to a few people on the team. It could have gone to Jabez or Drew. Could have gone to Janae or Aisha or Kanaya. I think they all had really big performances. But it's always fun. We have a team that loves to celebrate each other. They love to hype each other up in group me and at practice when we find out that someone wins an award like that. So it's always fun and just keeps the momentum going.
Currently joined by Wheeling University head track and field coach Patrick Stanton. And Patrick, going to this championship event, both sides kind of two different storylines. On the women's side, you've won 3 straight MEC Outdoor Championships. Talk about how their mindset is going to this event and how they're prepared to defend their title.
Yeah, well, they're young, and we know that we're young. We got 4th indoor. So we're looking to just improve from that mark. If we can crack inside the top 3, give top 2 a really good run for their money, then that's going to be a great weekend for just the youth that we have on that squad. And really we're just looking for individual performances, and that's why track is kind of a unique sport. It is a team sport. We're going for team goals, but it's also the individual goals lead to the team goals. So we're trying to hype each other up, just get people excited for everyone's events. We know what we're trying to go for as a team, and just looking to build for the future.
And then on the men's side, you guys ranked 5th in the USTF CCA rankings this week. You placed 2nd at the MEC Championships last year, trying for that first conference championship as a program. Talk about their mindset and how they're going in.
Yeah, it would be the first MEC championship for the men. We're still the underdogs, just like indoor, just like last year, just like the year before. Charleston is still the favorite going into it. But we're looking to do some damage, just like we try to do in indoor. I think we gave them a little bit of a scare indoor. We were tied or about, maybe a little bit ahead of them with a few events to go. Obviously, those last few events in indoor, it was the 3K. We knew they were going to score a lot of points in the 3K. So it's going to look, pretty similarly in the outdoor championship. Our goal is to just be there in case anything goes wrong. Be there and be kind of breathing down their necks if anything slips up their way. You never know what's going to happen in a championship setting. So the guys are excited. They love trying to compete for that win. And right now we're kind of clicking on all cylinders. Like you mentioned, we're 5th in the region right now. I believe we're 42nd nationally, somewhere in the 40s range nationally. We're the highest ranked on the national scale in the MEC. So our guys are really confident right now. We're really excited. And you never know what's going to happen in a championship setting. We're going to be ready for anything.
And for you as a coach, what's advice you would give to your athletes going into this weekend and facing off against some of the best in the MEC?
Yeah, it's different depending on the event group, depending on the individual. Basically, our mindset is we want to flood the finals. We especially in the track events, the sprints, the hurdles, things like that. We can't compete on day 3 if we're not there on day 3. So we have to make sure that, especially the people who are maybe kind of on the border, they're maybe ranked 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th or so in their event. We want to shock the world in the prelims. We want to make sure that we're there in the finals. So that's kind of our mindset in those events. And then, like I told you before, we're ready for anything. We want to make sure that we're performing at our best. Make sure that they know that just because we're second in the standings right now on the conference side doesn't mean that we can't pull off a championship. Anything is possible. So they're excited. They're ready. I don't think I really have to tell them too much. I think that they know what they're going for.
Thanks, Patrick, and good luck this weekend.
Cool. Thank you, Zach.
For Wheeling University Athletics, I'm Zach Ziegler.